Title: Forgive my betrayal, please stay. She directly blamed me for her unfaithfulness, stating in her own words that I provided her with too much freedom. She genuinely believed I should be grateful for her honesty in revealing the painful truth. So how have you been? Well, since you left me, I've grown and I'm thriving much more now. Hi everybody. We're back with another email story for subscribers. If you have a story to share, send it to Lessons from Life. Whether it's a funny incident, a challenging experience you overcame, advice for men, or steps you took to achieve success, your story can inspire for others. So, submit your story to Lessons from Life, and as you can see from the title, let's dive into today's story. Here's another cautionary story from across the globe: don't jump into a serious relationship with an exceptionally attractive woman. I'm sharing this personal experience to help others understand women's behaviors better. I hope it adds value to your channel. First, I want to apologize for any grammar mistakes. I'm not a native English speaker. Ironically, I teach English for a living, so if there are serious errors, I might need to rethink my career. The point of this story is to illustrate that women are quite similar worldwide. While cultural backgrounds and upbringing play a role, human nature remains consistent, and red flags are universal regardless of location. That's my perspective based on my experiences living in Central Europe, specifically Poland. Fun fact, we prefer not to be called Eastern Europe. It's a sensitive term for us due to historical reasons, associating it mainly with countries like Russia, Ukraine, Belarus. My thoughts are with them and others in those regions. About 2 decades ago, I met a woman and we connected instantly. She was stunningly beautiful, so much so that she worked part-time as a model, and she was also very intelligent. I thought I had struck gold when she agreed to be in a relationship with me. How wrong I was. In my defense, I was young, in my early 20s, and quite naive back then. Our cultural background emphasized that men should respect and trust women, viewing them as treasures. Times have changed, and we're more flexible now, but around the year 2000, we were more traditional. Men courted women who were exceptionally selective. We were supposed to be content that they accepted our advances, marry them, and start a family, simple as that. She was a model, and I didn't realize that highly attractive women often harbor deep insecurities and significant emotional baggage, like daddy issues. She was full of them. I noticed signs from the beginning, but being naive, I dismissed them as just personality traits. I believed that being in a serious relationship meant accepting and adjusting to the other person's personality. Unfortunately, I forgot that it should be mutual and didn't notice she wasn't adjusting to my needs at all. Those one-sided relationships are terrible. Subconsciously, I decided to sacrifice my own happiness to maintain the relationship. Men tend to be natural fixers, even in situations that can't be fixed, making me a total beta, always agreeable, forgiving, warm, and lacking a backbone. A true nice guy, which ultimately backfired. For her, it was all about her ex-boyfriend. She constantly talked about him, how much she hated him, how much she loved him, how bad things were in her previous relationship, and so on. She couldn't stop, it was a relentless loop. At first, I listened and felt sorry for her, but soon I became exhausted from the repetition. Eventually, I lost my patience and asked her to stop. Of course, that didn't work. We had fights, she would quiet down for a few hours, only for everything to start over again. Looking back, I wasn't firm enough and lacked the courage to truly end things. I was young, inexperienced, and in love. It later became clear that she was dealing with severe OCD and some narcissistic tendencies, largely stemming from issues with her abusive father. As months passed, she became more obsessive, searching for her ex-boyfriend, finding mutual friends, and discovering he was now involved with someone she knew. He was a photographer with access to many models, which is how he met my ex and most of his other girlfriends. This fueled her obsession further. She couldn't stop ranting about him, claiming she wasn't good enough for him. I kept asking why she cared about them since it was her past relationship and she was with me now. It worked temporarily, but the same conversations resurfaced repeatedly. I was on the verge of a nervous breakdown when she reconnected with him. Her incessant talking shifted to how happy she was that they could work things out and collaborate on new photo projects. Completely forgetting how she had previously berated him, I foolishly believed it was a positive change for our relationship. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Eventually, she admitted to cheating with him during a photo session where she was in stockings and a garter belt. She cried, filled with guilt, and said something that made me understand women's thought patterns much better. She blamed me for her infidelity. In her words, I gave her too much freedom. I wasn't strict, I didn't restrict her, and I allowed her to see him without any objections. In her eyes, I was a pushover. At the time, I was devastated. I tried to be a good guy and save our relationship, even though we were engaged. She was essentially testing me. I'll never forget her saying, "Please don't be angry, but I slept with Martin yesterday." When I confronted her, she downplayed it, saying it wasn't serious and that I should appreciate her honesty. She was two-faced. I realized I had ignored numerous red flags, much like overlooking a communist parade, and I knew better. We had those red flags from my childhood in Poland, meeting a beautiful girl with quirks who was actually seeking excitement rather than a stable relationship. I ended things, took back the ring, despite her anger over her open admission of cheating, and decided not to give it another chance. A mutual friend later told me she started therapy, which was good for her. I moved on, becoming a happier, single man at 44, embracing short-term relationships if I chose, and feeling confident about my age and body despite financial setbacks from the pandemic. I switched to online tutoring, which pays less than my previous job, but I continue to work on self-improvement, losing 11 pounds through mountain hikes and staying physically active. The memory of my past codependent self still haunts me, and I sometimes wish I could have confronted her more firmly. Now, she's married with 2 kids, and a mutual friend mentioned her husband is extremely paranoid and jealous, always suspicious of conspiracies and potential cheating. Perhaps she finally found someone who keeps her in check? My best revenge is living a happy life away from toxic people, which gives me some satisfaction. In closing, to everyone eager to read or listen to this story, don't be like my younger self. Don't tolerate your partner's crazy behavior. Set boundaries, be assertive, and stand up for yourself. Walk away from toxic relationships if needed. Don't be too soft, even if the woman is very beautiful. Wow, I have to say, she was definitely testing you the entire time, seeing how far you would go. She kept bringing up her ex while being in a relationship with you. Initially, you listened and tried to be a good boyfriend, but it kept happening repeatedly. You were too nice, asking her to stop instead of telling her to stop discussing her ex or leaving you alone. If you had been more assertive, setting clear boundaries, she might not have pursued her ex or cheated. She was determined to see how much she could get away with while being with you, and the cheating was the final straw that made you leave. Kudos to you for choosing to move on. By walking away, you avoided a miserable future where she might have continued cheating, possibly even blaming you for any consequences like a pregnancy. You dodged a bullet, and now you're living a better life. Thanks for sending in this email, I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll check out another story soon. We're back with an update. I remember your name, let's get right into it. Subject: how my cheating ex tried to come crawling back. Hey True, I hope you and lessons from life are doing well. This time, I'm updating you on more messages and hints, if you can even call them that, from girls and some incidents. The number of my exes trying to reach out is insane, along with other girls trying to get my attention. Here are some examples. X1. Her: hey. Me: hi. Her: what's up? Me: not much. Her: cool, wanna hang out? Me: no. X2. Her: do you want to call me? Me: no. Her: okay, do you want to keep texting? Me: meh. X3. Her: how have you been? Me: since you left, I've grown and I'm doing much better. I don't plan on getting back or having any contact with you. I'm moving on and honestly, I don't care anymore. Goodbye. X4. Her: I have nothing against you. Me: because I have nothing against you, goodbye. X5. Her: hey. Me: hello. Her: what's up? Me, not much. Her, okay, I know you're dating Lauren. I'd like you to come over while my parents are away at our cottage. Me, are you serious? Send me the Snapchat or TikTok after you're done posting because this is obviously an act. You're rude and trying to hook up while I'm with someone else. I hate to break it to you, but I'm taken and you know that. Also, a supercomputer calculating for 10 billion years couldn't approach how little I care about you. Get a life, Walmart sells them cheaply. She tried to respond, but I blocked her. My sister was laughing beside me when I replied like that. There was also a girl from my college chat group who's now DMing me, asking which classes I'm taking next semester so she can join. She didn't contribute much to the group and might be interested in me for her own reasons, not genuine friendship. I have a few responses ready for these girls. 1. I don't care that you used to be my girlfriend because you mean nothing to me now. 2. I'm taken and you shouldn't cheat. 3. We broke up for a reason. Thanks to everyone for your comments and to Lessons from Life for reading this, it always brings a smile. In case anyone's wondering, my sister liked the responses and wishes everyone a happy new year too. Cheers! Here are my thoughts. Yes, I remember you. From your update, you mentioned you were dating a girl who helps you with your papers. I recall you had dyslexia or some similar issue. It's great that she supports your goals like becoming a police officer. Salute to you. These exes and their attempts to come back are relentless, but you're handling it well by keeping your focus on self-improvement and not letting them use you. The girl from your group probably wanted to take advantage of your efforts in school, either for academic help or something else. I respect you for staying honest and real. You're being honest and not letting anyone manipulate you. You believe in relationships but refuse to be foolish and let a girl play you. You set clear boundaries and focus on your purpose. Your current relationship sounds healthy with mutual support. Salute to you for maintaining that and avoiding past mistakes. Thanks for the update, man. Those text messages are hilarious. Let me know what you think about this email in the comments and the first one too. If anyone wants to share a story, send it to Lessons from Life. I'll display the email on the screen, Lessons from Life. Catch you all in the next one.